Hello and welcome to Dual Credit World History A Unit 5. All right, once again, this one is kind of my favorite because we're learning about revolutions, which is super cool. Okay, so it starts off with talking about scientific revolutions. And really, you could go back, a scientific revolution that we've already talked about is the agricultural revolution, okay? And we already discussed how that really changed the world and made people less nomadic and made them rely more on the soil and on water, even though they relied on water before because that was where the animals were. Anyway, so just the important parts of the agricultural revolution and brought to pass society and culture and stuff like that. Okay. So, this also talks about Copernicus, Galileo, Kepler, and Newton, and the invention of the scientific method. Did you know that it was invented? It was. And it also talks about the scientific revolution and democracy, which is kind of interesting. Okay, the next lesson 22, is about the Enlightenment and the idea in European history that kind of did away with monarchies and made it so that the people were more in charge. Okay, so then that brought to pass the American and French revolutions. Okay, so here we have the signing of the Declaration. Is this signing of the Declaration of the Independence, signing of the Constitution? I can't remember. Anyway, so something, we have the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. We had the American Revolution, and you're going to do a discussion board about this painting right here, a discussion board and a discussion guide. Okay, so let me show you the guide, and um, it says to look at the picture that's on the post and also the video about the painting. And if you look at this picture, first of all, it's not a physically possible picture. Okay, because if these guys were standing up in a little boat like this, it would tip over, guaranteed. Okay, um, and the ice around and stuff like that, that definitely was not how it was. All right, and in the video that you're going to watch, it will also talk about these different people that are in the boat, and it talks about the hunter right here, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the beaver hunter talks about the mercenaries, the German mercenaries. Here we actually have a woman, so she definitely wouldn't have been in the boat at the time. And the whole idea of this painting, the whole propaganda that it's trying to portray, is that we're all in the same boat together. So even though these people were not all from the same place, they're all in the same boat. Okay, which is kind of a cool idea. All right. So then we also have the French Revolution, the storming of the Bastille, stuff like that. And then we have the Latin American revolutions. There were a lot of those. And so it talks about some of them. And then we have the Industrial Revolution, where we'll talk about, the cotton gin and how that really that was one of the big factors of the Civil War. And, and then also just the urban growth and the social impact, and you see these little kids working in the mills. And that kind of breaks your heart, honestly. So, anyway, a lot going into this unit. At the end of this unit, what I want you to do is complete the document-based question about the French and American Revolution. Revolutions, how about that? So it's we'll be talking about, was the French or American Revolution more consistent with Enlightenment ideas? Okay, so it gives you a good overview of the ideas of the Enlightenment. And then your final essay question is, using the information from the documents and from your knowledge of world history, tell me whether the American Revolution or French Revolution was more consistent with Enlightenment ideas. Okay, so you are going to do that based on the documents that I provide. Okay, if you give a document, if you cite a source, I will give you a 0 on this. Okay, the only sources that you are able to use are your own head and then these sources that I have given you. Okay, so that is very important to realize, is that you can only use these sources to do the document-based question. All right, if you have any questions about this or about anything having to do with the unit, let me know and I'll talk to you later.